Hello, friends. How are you? Hop on, say hello, hashtag sunshine. Today, we're going to talk all about how to choose the correct foundation for your skin type and what you're looking for and the type of coverage and all of that. So hop on, share your concerns, ask questions, all the things. And that way you get exactly what you need. So let's get it going. It is so pretty outside. There we go. Hi, how are you? If you're new, welcome. Drop the word new and tell us where you are tuning in from. I would love to know. And if you happen to watch this on the replay, drop the word replay so I can say hi. All right, let me get this shared out super quick. If you would, I would love it if you would share as well. Tag a friend, all the things. The very first thing I want to tell you is I love you and thank you so much. This has been such a journey for me, and I cannot imagine not doing it for a living. It's been absolutely wonderful, and I cannot thank y'all enough. So I'm going to keep that going right quick. Actually, I'm not. Let's see. Okay. So let's get started. I'll put my hair back. Hi. I always have my hair up, but there we go. All right, we're going to start with the eye cream because I have fine lines and wrinkles and all the things. If you're new, I am 54 and we just chit chat and talk all things makeup, skincare, fashion, cooking. We just hang out like girlfriends for a little bit. Hey, Deborah. Happy Thursday, my friend. How are you? How are you doing? Okay. A little bit goes a long way. The eye mask, oh, they brighten so much. I do those at very first thing in the morning when I'm doing my coffee. They're so good. All right, now we are going to put on our primer. Primer is crucial, in my opinion, for any foundation that you choose, because primer is what is going to settle in fine lines, wrinkles, pores, all the things you do not want your foundation to settle in. So I definitely recommend a primer because it's going to give that barrier, again, for your foundation, whichever one you choose, not to settle into your face. It's also going to give you a more smooth look, a more flawless look, almost like a filter that you've put on your camera. I'm using mattifying primer today. It does not dry out your skin. It just gives a more mattifying look. Hey girl, hey, happy Thursday. I know, right? How are ya? I know you're loving the sunshine. I saw Joel and them had their baby girl. She is so precious. Oh, she's such a cutie. Such a cutie. There we go. I got to do something different with my hair in a minute anyway. I self-tanned yesterday and then I put a little bit on my face. And there it is. Okay, so let me pin the links here So I do have all of my bundles still going. The first one is Build Your Own Foundation Bundle, and that is where you choose a primer, a foundation, a concealer, and a foundation brush. Now, you can mix and match. For instance, I'm going to use the powder foundation today, and I use it in 2 different colors, one for my concealer and one for my regular color. So I don't use a liquid concealer, so you can do that one as well. But if you need help, I'm here to help you. Just either message me directly or comment Thursday in the comments. And now I can't wait either. I love to get baby snuggles. Baby snuggles, new babies. Oh, so good. Let's see. So the primers you can choose from, mattifying which is the one I use that gives a more matte finish. These are still both very hydrating for your skin. This is an illuminating primer. It gives you a more dewy glow underneath your foundation. It's beautiful. It is a beautiful product. I use it a lot under BB cream. Look at that. That's the illuminating primer. I will tell you that I use this in the summertime as my foundation. I don't put foundation on top of the illuminating primer in the summertime because look at that. Is that not gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. But those are the 2 primers you can choose from. And then I'm going to show you all of the foundations, and then we're going to get started really quick. Drop any questions that you have in the comments. What do you struggle with? What are your questions and concerns when trying to choose a foundation? And if you've chosen a foundation in the past and it didn't work out for you, why did it not work out? What was the problem where it didn't work out for you? And I'll see if I'm trying to be like a little sleuth today and kind of help you figure out how to choose the right one. Okay, so I have 4 different foundations. Number 1 is BB cream. This is a light coverage. Okay, it's a very it's like a tinted moisturizer, but just a little more. It also has SPF 30 built in, so it's got sunscreen built in, but it is a mineral sunscreen, which means it's good for the environment. So it's not going to hurt the coral reefs and all of that. So if you happen to go swimming or anything or at the beach and you had this on, we're good. I love the BB cream. Again, I usually do BB cream and the illuminating primer together. I had to get that off my hands. Hello, ladies. How are you? Hop on and say hi. Okay, so that is that one. The second one is the Serum Plus Foundation. Okay, I used this one 2 days ago, if you want to go back and see it. But the Serum Plus Foundation, it is skincare built in, a liquid foundation. And this one gives you a full coverage, okay? It does not settle in your fine lines or wrinkles. It does not get cakey. It's actually very lightweight. Also, it has amino acids in it that helps with the blue light, helps block that, so that blue light doesn't damage your skin. Plus, this is hydrating and plumping of your skin with the ingredients that it has in it. Love the Serum Plus Foundation. So that's BB Cream, Serum Plus. Then we have the Cream Foundation. This is perfect for mature skin. It's perfect for any skin type, but if you have mature skin like me and you like a cream foundation but don't necessarily like a liquid, this one's perfect. You see how much I love it. And very little bit goes a long way. You don't have to use very much. This I use also as a concealer a lot of times. So I get it in a different shade, a lighter shade as my concealer, because it doesn't settle in my fine lines and wrinkles. So you can do that as well. And then last but not least, my favorite is the powder foundation. Yes, ladies, can you tell? This powder foundation is like no other foundation on the planet. It is made with shea butter and vitamin E, and it does not have any talc in it whatsoever. So it's not going to break up. It's not going to settle. It's not going to get cakey. And actually, as the day goes on, it gets better and better and better because it's so hydrating to your skin. I don't even know the science behind it, but it is so hydrating that it just kind of melts and it just gets better and better as it goes. Okay. So that's the one I'm going to use today. But here's what we need to look for. When you go to choose a foundation, and look, I broke this one. Makes me sad. Makes me sad. Where's my foundation brush? Okay. And it does come with a little sponge. And I use that. This is my lighter color of my powder foundation that I use as my concealer. Here is the liquid concealer. It's also got skincare built in, vitamin E, vitamin C, sodium hyaluronate. So if you are a lady that loves concealer, this is a fabulous one. I just don't use it a whole lot. I use my foundations as my concealer. You get to doing something and it just kind of snowballs from there, and you creature of habit. But if you want a regular liquid concealer, I do have one of those too. All right, so for the first thing you want to do is figure out your skin type. Is your skin oily? Is your skin dry? Do you have combination skin? Does your skin start out normal, but throughout the day become more oily? And that's a problem that I think a lot of women have, is that when they first put on a foundation with dry skin or normal skin, it looks really good. And then by the end of the day, half of it's gone. It's slid down your face. You don't know what the deal is. And it's because your face over time throughout the day becomes oily, right? So that's one thing that you need to figure out if that's happening, so we can get you the right foundation for your skin type. Also, one of the biggest things about applying foundation is that for women that have, and I just take this lighter shade and put it everywhere I would put my concealer. For women that have dry skin, they use a lot of moisturizer. And I agree, you should moisturize your face. Now, I have pretty normal skin. If I was to choose dry or oily on either side, I would choose more dry than I would oily. But I'm pretty much right down the middle. So I don't really use a whole lot of moisturizer. One, all of the makeup products that I use are very, very hydrating. Okay, so they hydrate my face throughout the day. The cleanser I use, very, very hydrating. I use rose water as a toner. So I get a lot of hydration. But if your skin is on the drier side and you use moisturizer, it's not a bad thing. You should use this. However, the problem comes in is when you put on your moisturizer, you want to immediately put on primer and then immediately put on your foundation. And that's where the problems occur. So you need to let each step dry before you do the next one. So at the beginning of this video, I put on eye cream and then I put my primer on. And I like to let the primer set a couple of minutes before I put my foundation on. So that's why we talked about the different foundations and all of that while that kind of dried, right? But that's a key step in applying any foundation. If you're going to put moisturizer on, put it on and let it dry. I say a minimum of 5 minutes, okay? Put your moisturizer on, go make you a cup of coffee, get a Dr. Pepper, take the dog out for a minute, whatever you need to do, and just kind of let that settle. Then put your primer on, let it settle for a couple of minutes, okay? And then put your foundation on. And that's going to make a huge difference for you, I promise. All right, so now we're going to go in with the regular. But see, everywhere I put the powder foundation as my concealer, I brightened up under my eyes. And you can do this under or over foundation. I usually do it under my regular color. You can also use this on top of liquid foundation or underneath it, the BB cream, all of that, because it's made with shea butter and it doesn't have any talc in it. So it's not going to get cakey. And it's not going to separate from your other foundation. I've just gotten to where I like to use the same product as my foundation and my concealer. It worked out really well one day and I really liked it. So that's what I've been doing. So drop in the comments. Let me see. Let me pull this up right quick because there's no comments coming up anymore. Let me make sure. If you comment and I don't see it, it's because comments aren't working, which is very frustrating because I don't want y'all to think that I'm not saying, okay, there we go. All right, so let's put on, I just use a dense foundation brush for the powder. Again, it comes with a little sponge. So this is great to travel with. You can do this as well if you didn't have your brush with you. I'm here at home and I love to use my brush, but you can use this little sponge as well that's in there. And you always want to make sure that you get it all the way to your ear, hairline, and your neck. So not only do you need to know your skin type, dry, oily, combo, anything like that. When somebody asks for a color match for foundation, I always ask, what are you looking for? Are you looking for a full coverage? Are you looking for a very light coverage? Are you looking for something that's more natural or something that you can wear for a long period of time and don't have to, you know, I am a big person of once I do my makeup, I don't want to have to worry about that anymore. It's kind of like, I always talk about that old commercial of the guy that does that did the rotisserie chicken, he said it and forget it. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing it and I'm forgetting it. Okay. So this is the powder, no foundation on this side and then foundation on this side. To me, the powder foundation is a very natural looking foundation. It just gives a very pretty color. It gives just enough glow for a little bit of a dewy finish. I do have people ask me, and it's buildable too. So you can do a light coverage or you can build it up. for a full coverage. I do have people ask me if you can put setting powder on top of it, and you can. I don't. I like the dewy finish, but if you want a true, more matte finish, you can definitely put this setting powder on top, and you can choose that as one of your 4 in what I call the Fabulous 4 bundle. And this particular setting powder is made with sodium hyaluronate and water molecules. And when you shake it up, it activates those water molecules, and it's cooling to the face. It's almost like a wet feeling for just a second. It's really neat. But you can definitely use that on top of this powder foundation, because again, it's not like a powder, and it's very hard to describe until you get it. But there we go. You do want a little glow, because as we get older and as we age, our skin starts to dull. And so you want that more dewy finish or a little bit of a glow. And it's not a, you know, I don't look like a disco ball. But again, if you didn't want any glow whatsoever, you could definitely put setting powder on top of that. All right, let's put a little bronzer on and warm this up. Now, a lot of times I love to just use the powder foundation just like this, put mascara on, a little lip gloss, and I am good to go because it's very natural looking. Drop in the comments what your favorite foundation is. Do you like a liquid foundation? Do you like a BB cream? Do you like a cream foundation? Also, if you use any of the foundations I've shown you, the BB cream, the cream foundation, the powder, or the serum foundation, if you already use them, drop in the comment what you use and why you like it. So we're just warming up a little bit with a little bit of bronzer. Super quick. Hi, ladies. How are you? Hop on and say hi. Do y'all know that we spring forward Saturday? I'm so excited. So excited. I'm one of the people that want it to stay that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to get dark at 5 o'clock ever again. I want it to be sunny until 7 or 8 o'clock at night. That's what I want. And I can tell you, 54 years later, I still hadn't figured out the whole daylight savings thing, why we ever did that. And I've researched and I've read, and my brain just can't do it. It doesn't, I don't know. I'm going to put a little highlight on real quick. And then we are going to blend all of this. Blending is the name of the game. If you've ever put any kind of makeup on and you're like, oh my gosh, that was a bad decision, blend it. And then blend it some more. I'm telling you, the more you blend, the better it gets. And a lot of time, all we need to do is blend. Because blending just takes away that harshness. There we go. I love it. All right, so at this point, I'm going to show you. All right, so I've shown you all the foundations. Let's talk about how to apply each one of them. Okay, so I just used a dense, fluffy brush a dense fluffy brush to put on the powder foundation. Let me find the eye I'm going to do today. I'm going to do liquid eyeshadow and the eyeshadow stick again today. But there's different ways to put on the different foundations, and what you use to apply it does make a difference. So I am a person that never, I'm going to say never, 99.9% of the time, I do not touch my face with my fingers, which means that I don't apply makeup with my fingers. Number one, I have a grandmother who said to never touch your face. Once you walk, don't touch your face, right? And so I just don't. And I just don't touch my face. And that's one way to keep your makeup staying fresh all day and looking the same, is to not touch it again. So I think you need the correct tools in order to put on your foundation. So for the BB cream, I suggest a beauty blender. Okay, I can't talk and do my eyeshadow at the same time. So a beauty blender like this. If you're going to use a beauty blender, okay, don't use it dry. You need to have it damp. Now, when I say damp, don't run it under water and then squeeze it out and then it's still super wet. I'm telling, like, very little water, damp. Here's what I like to do if I'm going to use a beauty blender, even one like this, one of my triangle ones. Just a little bit of rose water. Let it dry for a second in the air and then use it. And the reason that you want to use the beauty blender damp is so that all of your product, so if I put BB cream directly on this dry beauty blender, the beauty blender is going to soak that in because it's a sponge. So it's going to start soaking in your foundation, and then all of your product is inside this beauty blender and it's not going to be put on your face. So you're constantly putting more product on this blender and trying to get it on your face. Okay. So what you want to do when it's damp, then the product sits on top of this beauty blender, and then you use less product because it's all going on your face. So that's how to use a beauty blender. I get that question a lot. Oh, I have a comment. Okay, so Amber loves the powder foundation for everyday use. The BB cream, fantastic. So the serum foundation is a little heavy for her. I agree. It is a little more heavy because it's a true, I call it kind of like an old school foundation, an old school liquid foundation. Is it heavier than the other foundations? Yes. Is it as heavy as, say, some of the other foundations out there? No, but it is a heavier foundation. I think the powder foundation is the most lightweight. The serum is very, very breathable. And, of course, as much as you put on is how much you're going to feel. So that gets a little bit, you have to kind of get used to not using as much. because it gives such a good coverage, but I totally agree with that. I'm going to use this eye cream eyeshadow stick, the cream eyeshadow stick, as my eyeliner. I love doing this because these are waterproof. So if you have watery eyes or eyes that water throughout the day, these are perfect. And as I talk about it, my eyes start to water. Oh, I have this fan going on my eyes, that's why. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. Let me sit on this really quick. Okay, so that's how to apply the BB cream. For the cream foundation and the Serum Plus, I highly recommend the Kabuki brush, which is this flat brush here. Okay, so it's got a flat top, it's dense, but this is why I recommend the Kabuki brush. One, for your Serum Plus foundation, it gives the best coverage. Two, for the cream foundation, all you do is tap and then apply. As my nose is running. Okay, so tap it and then apply it. Because what's going to happen is you want to use the least amount of product possible to get the look that you're looking for. And you're going to be way more satisfied with any foundation that you use. Because 99% of the time, the reason we end up not liking our makeup, or I gotta get this out of my face, hold on. Or not liking the foundation itself is because we've got too much on. We've just put too much product on. Okay. Then all of a sudden my nose started running. Leave it to me. The second reason I like the Kabuki brush for the Serum Plus foundation is, one, it gives a beautiful coverage, but number two, when you use the Kabuki brush and the Serum Plus foundation, this is my personal recommendation. Okay, so I did this 2 days ago, and here's my little dish that I haven't washed out yet. But what I do is I take the Serum Plus foundation, I drop it into the dish. Definitely shake it up first because it does have that serum in it, that skincare in it, and it can separate. So you want to make sure that you get that mixed up really well. Okay. But you want to just drop a little on your dish. The reason I tell you to do that is because if you drop it here on top of your Kabuki brush, what's going to happen, again, your product is going to go down inside the brush. And so you're going to continue to put more product on there because your product is in the brush and not on your face. But if you put it in the little dish, again, you can take your Kabuki brush, tap, and now your foundation is on the top of your brush itself, and it didn't seep down in there. You're going to use less product, because it's going to be on the top of your brush. So that's the product you're going to use. And so you don't have to continue to add more product to your brush, and you don't waste product, and then you don't put too much on. Because if I start to put this on because I've dropped it down in there and I know that it's, and I start to really kind of push hard, then I'm going to get, again, way too much product on my face. So just in the dish, tap, and then tap your face. So Kabuki brush for the cream and the Serum Plus foundation, a beauty blender for the BB cream, and then a dense brush like this, or where my other brush is. There's another foundation brush that's like this. It has a longer handle on it. This is an older one, but it's a short one. But you just want a fluffy, dense foundation brush for the powder foundation. All right, let's finish up this look today. Do a little lippy. Again, if y'all have any concerns, comments, questions, please drop them in the comments. Even if you are on the replay, because the reason I go live and do this is for all of us to learn and for all of us to have the best looking makeup that we could possibly have. No matter what brand you use, it's all about learning how to apply it, right? Because I use different stuff from different brands. And what works for me may not work for someone else, but vice versa. You might have a product that you absolutely 100% love. You're going to tell everybody about it, all your girlfriends. So tell us too, so we can go try it as well. Here is a prime example. I don't have any eyebrows. Like what you see when I don't have makeup on is microblading from like 4 years ago. 5 years ago, a long time ago. And so I have to draw on my eyebrows every day. So I have an eyebrow pencil that I absolutely love. Okay, it's this one. It is it's got a larger pencil kind of head on it. It's angled. Okay. It's very creamy. It is not like a regular. So here's the difference in this eyebrow pencil and this eyebrow pencil. So this one over here is the more of the true #2 pencil type. I don't particularly like this one because I have to put so much eyebrow on. This one is, it's almost not enough. Like I use a lot of product, so this one is not enough. However, if you just wanted to fill in a little bit, this pencil one is perfect. So this one is a more broader one. It is more like a crayon. It goes on super, super smooth, and I can get a lot of coverage with using just a little bit. Now, with all that said, there's one I bought off of Amazon that I have fallen in love with, y'all. In love. And I'm wearing it right now. It is, dun dun dun, drum roll please, the NYX Lift and Snatch eyebrow pencil. And it's a liquid eyebrow pencil. Okay. And it has a very pointed tip on it, but it's like a felt pen. Okay. Let me see if I can. And so the reason I like this is I can actually make it look like hair. Okay, I can get like strokes. It's so good. And I can even get little baby little fine little strokes like that. It's wonderful. So my point in all of that is that we all use different stuff. And so I like to share everything, but I also like to share what I've learned and how to put it on and all of that for everybody to love the way they look and love the makeup that they use. Oh, yeah, this purple one, girl, this is the bomb.com. That is 25 years of putting eyebrows on. But here's the eyeshadow stick I was using today. Look at that purple. Is that not gorgeous? Trial and error, trial and error. All right, let's get some mascara on and really make these pop. So all I have on is a liquid eyeshadow that dries to a powdery finish. It doesn't smudge. It doesn't crease. It does not, I was going to say it doesn't tear, and that's not the word I was looking for. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, transfer. I knew it was a T word and I could not figure it out. And it doesn't transfer. And then the eyeshadow sticks, smudge proof, waterproof, transfer proof. And the eyeshadow sticks actually stay for 24 hours. And I have personally used them last summer and went swimming. To really see if it was the real deal. And it is definitely the real deal. Like if you're a person that wants to put on just something, just a little bit to go to the beach or a cookout or a pool party or whatever, I'm telling you, the eyeshadow sticks, perfect. Even if you're just going to use them for eyeliner like I do, they're actually for eyeshadow. But I use them more for, I forgot to curl my eyelashes again, y'all. What'd you tell me? But I use them way more for eyeliner than I do eyeshadow. And they come in like 8 different colors, and there's even a black one. So my ladies that ask for if I have an eyeliner, there we go, that a black eyeliner that I recommend, and they have really watery eyes or eyes that water a lot, I recommend the black eyeshadow stick for them. And if you're not quite at the age I am of 54, I can't tell you when it starts, but at some point your eyes start to water and it's all over with. You get hot flashes and your eyes start to water. And I think the two are that when you have this hot flash, you're trying to put a fire out and it's coming through your eyes. That's the fire part of me. Yeah, I would choose the stick over the liquid. They are. Yeah, this Quadra mascara is amazing because I don't have to remember to put on growth serum or primer or anything because it is all in this one formula. You know, girl, you know I'm all about simple. That's why I made that basic skincare bundle. Because it needs to be all about simple. If you give me 14 things to do at night, I don't care if they work or not, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I ain't got time. I ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. But if you give me 2 or 3 things that work really, really well, I'm down for it. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? All right, let's do a lippy and be done. Done did. Yes, very convenient. I did have somebody request the other day to show how to put on fake eyelashes. I haven't done that in a minute, so maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Do y'all want to see that? Do you want to see how we put on fake eyelashes? I don't wear them often. That's a date night thing for me. That's a date night thing, like a glammy date night. I do like them though. Okay. That is it, my friends. I gotta do something with this hair other than this, which I don't know what it might be, but, oh, there we go. It's a little wild today. A lot of static. A lot of static playing. All right, so I hope that was helpful about the different foundations, how to choose a foundation, all of the things. If you are interested in the products I use today and need some help, just drop the word Thursday. Or if you already know your shade, your color, and you want to take advantage of the Fabulous 4 sale, where it is 30% off, you get free shipping. Oh, and you get a free lip stain with the order today. In, I think it's like a fuchsia, like a pink. I'll have to go back and look. But anyway, you get that free with your order as well. And then the skincare bundle. I still have the tanning. The self-tanning is at 50% off. And I guess that's it. All right, I got to go do something with this hair. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. I loved it. I hope you did too. Have a great Thursday. I love you. See you next time.